Welcome back, PWNcasters. This is the PWNcast After Hours. We do hope that you enjoyed tonight's newscast, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the second half of the show. We're going to start talking about our week in WoW. Let's start with you, Frysa. What did you do this week?
I got to moonlight with our new admin, Cody. He is a Windwalker, and it's good to have more friends. I play with Sam and Steven during the weekends. We play all night. Yeah, we play all night, and during the week I don't play with nobody. So Cody has the same hours as me. So he gets on at 4 in the morning, I get on at 4 in the morning. So we moonlight every night together, and we're like this when it comes to arenas. He's pretty hardcore. He carries me all the time. It's pretty awesome. Last night it was me, Steven, and Cody in threes. And I could say we won probably 10 games, and I believe in 3 or 4 of them, me and Steven died in both of them in the first minute, and Cody killed all 3 people by himself.
I know that my husband did rage a little bit about you guys fighting the melee classes and struggling, and my response to him is because you didn't have your CC.
Yeah, the big fear, we didn't have that yesterday, and it was a big impact on me, and I'm not used to that. I'm really not. I'm used to I'm being attacked, I'm being bombarded. I'm used to that fear and everyone running away from me. I didn't have that yesterday. But, yeah, definitely those teams. I'm going to get a chart next week. I'm going to get a whiteboard, and it's going to be all right here. It's going to cover this whole thing. I don't know how much they are. I'm pretty sure they're not that much. But I'm going to get it. I'm going to draw stuff on it. And I want to start doing my own ideas of 3s teams and 5s teams, and my idea of the best teams versus other teams. It's going to be a complete waste of time, but I'm going to nerd out on it, and it's going to be awesome.
Nice.
I should be doing stuff like researching how to be better at my job and whatnot, but
that's cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, that's just money. That's not fun.
Arenas WoW for the win, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Tissaris, what did you do this week in WoW?
Been trying to attempt to get my Garrosh normal kill, because from the news that we got is that essentially when 6.0 comes out, we will no longer be able to get the wolf mount that Garrosh gives on normal kill.
My brother Dominic's on the same mission.
So I am desperately trying to find people able to take me along and not guarantee, but at least get me close to be able to kill Garrosh so that I can actually get it.
My brother's giving me the stink eye because he wants to know what I'm talking about. He is also trying to do the normals to get his Garrosh kill in normal before 6.0 drops.
I'm actually very jealous of that because Frysa in all of Mr. Pandaria has never been part of an actual 10-man group or a 20, Heroic has never been really part of that whole trying to get the last raid boss down. Never been part of it in Miss Pandaria.
I'm sure it's going to be something I'm going to regret that I didn't worry about, but I'm good. I need to focus on my Green Fire quest. I'm good. But
it's the fact of it. I think it's really cool to say you took him out on normal mode, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. The name of the achievement is Ahead of the Curve.
Ahead of the curve. Spam, what did you do this week in WoW?
I was also doing normals.
Yeah.
I didn't get nearly as far as Garrosh. We actually dropped the Korkron Dark Shaman, and then somewhere in between there and General Nazgrim is next. Somewhere in between there, the raid kind of fell apart.
That sucks.
in that like hallway in between, yeah. But like I said, I trade chatted for 5 hours and raided for 1. So after my Throne of Thunder fell to pieces, I was very glad to get into a normal Siege Magmar last night. and I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning.
For those that are watching, please help Tissaris and Spam get into a normal group. If you're out there and you love us, show them some love. Can they get a freaking garrosh kill? Quit hogging all the achievements and the mounts and such. Let these guys contact us at the show if you are going to be a good Samaritan and let these guys get in on that.
I would love to get a normal garage kill. That would like.
Sadly,
you would earn my eternal favor.
Sadly, my week in WoW did not consist of anything garrosh related. Not at all, actually. My week in WoW, I'm ashamed to say, was beta, and you
could pass that beta my way.
Initially, I said if I get beta that I'm not going to dive too much into it because I want to be surprised. Here's the thing. Whether I'm surprised now or 2 months from now, I don't really care. I'm fine with it. So I did copy my tune over, Belle is saying, and it is more than I could have ever imagined. I did do some screen sharing last night with Frysa and Cody, which is Hots for Shots. I did some screen sharing showing them some stuff. But I got to tell you guys, and this is not going to be giving anything away whatsoever. I promised, I gave my word that I would not be giving anything away. Some of this stuff is so, when you go to your garrison, just before you phase into your garrison, it says your outpost. So as I'm going along to my garrison and it says on my screen, Bella Sang's outpost. That was so beautiful to me because it's me, all mine.
Yeah. That was really cool.
Inside your garrison, there's the NPC, the Rolkster, who sends you into the Coliseum for PvP. He is a giant, Incredible Hulk, or not Incredible Hulk, Hulk Hogan.
Rolkster.
When you click on him,
it's
called the Rolkster. I will post a screenshot if you guys are interested. So awesome. I got to tell you guys that just before we get into the rest of the stuff for the second half of the show, I wanted to tell you that I know there's a lot of you that are freaking out about gold. Everybody's starting to pack that gold in and save it and set it aside for Warlords of Draenor. When I copied my tune over, it copies whatever current gold you have on your account. Of course, I'm GM, so I'm broke. I had 3K. After 15 to 16 quests, fast little quests, I was already up 2K. That's unheard of if you're leveling into Pandaria. That doesn't happen. You're talking several maps before you're up 2K. So that's from your garrison quest that you get money and you get EXP on, and that's your regular everyday questing that you're doing to acquire your stuff. So gold is not going to be a problem. Stop freaking out about it. You don't have to put all your money under your mattress. Gold is going to flow to you very nicely. Get excited though. Seriously, the maps are great. I am going to start doing some streaming, not to be a professional, but for those that are interested and want to see beta, I'm going to stream it so that you guys can experience it with me. It's not fair that I have a beta and can't share it with everybody. So we did check out all the models. The dwarfs.
Yeah, they're ugly, man.
The ugliest models I've ever seen in my life. Like when you picture a homely looking person, this is, like ugly.
Homeless person?
Homely.
The dwarves look like homeless persons?
Also, a funny thing, and then I'm going to finish this off.
I heard ugly homeless persons.
I went to Ashran, and it's beautiful. You have the Horde camp and the Alliance camp. If you step outside of either zone, you're instantly flagged, and it's world PvP. Doesn't matter if you're on an RP realm, whatever realm you are, that shit is RP or PvP. Let me tell you what happened. So my husband's watching me play, and him and Frysa say, "Hey, go over there and see what that castle is." So
yeah, that was great.
I go over there to see what the castle is. I'm instantly thrown in the middle of this war going on between Alliance and Horde players. I'm screaming, trying to back out of it and run for my life. I did get a tag and ended up having to run. Please, when you're in Ashran, with caution, because I'm only level 91. So, but everything looks great. Everything's great. The leveling is really slow. I'm not going to lie to you guys about that. The leveling is really slow. I've had beta for a week and I'm barely level 91. And that's just because I haven't played a whole lot of it, but you're not getting a whole lot of XP for the levels. So that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to make sure that you guys had some beta info. If you guys are interested in seeing any kind of Twitch streams or anything, just inbox me, message me, whatever, and let me know, and that way you guys can experience it too. Anyway, so I know, Spam, you had an answer for Frysa's question about
Broxigar.
Broxigar.
Yeah,
I had an answer for him like a week ago.
I actually, I've never seen this before, Spam, that you sent me a link. I know I've looked at some links before in the past,
Right.
but the one you sent me now, I got 3 paragraphs highlighted here. I like to read them, but go
Good
ahead.
stuff, right? Go for it. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was. Well, this is
That's
a
what
quick.
I do. I find it. You read it.
Yeah, I don't know how. It's a quick story, guys. That's a huge, lot of pages to read here. I guess once is right when he died. Basically, it goes now at the edges of the other. Oh, should I start there? Brox killed so many demons that their carcasses actually provided him a platform for his long-delayed final act. A mere orc, he stood defiant as the Titan Sargus came to the portal, seething to all his dark magnificence. This makes Broxigar the only mortal to ever stand in combat against Sargus in his true form. Even more amazing, although the conflict itself was never in doubt, and Sargus cut Broxigar down. And Sargus cut Broxigar down with one stroke from his broken sword, Gorabel. But first, Broxigar actually wounded Sargus. True, it was a mere scratch on the leg, barely even a wound at all. But the significance of it was massive. Not only did this minor injury, the first Sargus had suffered in aeons, or if ever, serve as a focus that allowed Crassus to distract. What is it? Crassus to distract Sargus enough that Malfurion could blow the portal up right in the face. It showed that mortals were capable of standing defiant and striking at the Titans themselves. Fallen or no, Sargus is a Titan, a member of the race that shaped Azeroth and much of known cosmos, perhaps even Draenor. And then here it says, Broxigar died, but his death saved the past, the future, the entire world of Azeroth, and perhaps the destiny of the mortals entire. It was the death with purpose as well as glory.
So he isn't, and he's not mentioned, and he should be. You have a valid...
He was at the gate. He was there with Stormrage. He was there.
I don't know what to say.
Well, the thing is that Broxigar and don't remember who else, Ronan and I think Craxus were sent through time, because Broxigar is actually a veteran of the First, Second, and Third War. But what Frysa just mentioned, this is the War of the Ancients. This happened 10,000, probably even more years even before the First War, before the orcs even appeared in Azeroth. So this essentially is, I don't know exactly particularly the detail, but apparently Broxigar, Ronan, and I believe Crassus were sent through time to do something, and it ended up they ended up at the Well of Eternity, which sparked the conflict and essentially what Frysa just read.
So basically, this has nothing to do with the Warlords of Draenor.
Oh, because it's like way back in the Spam's day.
No. Yes. But the thing is that Broxigar would be born. He would exist in the time of Draenor.
Sure, because
it's an alternate reality and Draenor happened then.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the thing is Broxigar has green skin, so he was present when the orcs drank the blood. So naturally, he would be present there, but he would have red skin.
That's why
Mind blown.
Broxigar the Red.
It says, I didn't think about that. It says he was defiant. He was the second in command for the Black Rock. Where's that at? Hold on, I just saw that.
Black Rock clan.
I think he was. Dang it, I lost it.
Yeah, he was Black Hand's second.
Yeah. It shows him here with gray skin. I don't know what that means. But that's just a picture. That's just a picture.
I think I don't know. I'm not sure if he had gray skin or green skin. I mean, he is the older brother of Varrock Sourfang.
So this guy was basically, I know it says in when Broxigar died, here's what's throwing me off, is it said Thrall made people sing hymns in his name.
Yeah, what it's called is, excuse me for if I get it wrong, but it's called Loch Vanad, which is a prestigious song composed for a specific individual. It is commonly seen as the greatest honor an orc can grant to an individual. Great chieftains, shamans, war chief are the usual candidates for the Loch Vanar, and Orgrim Doomhammer, Grom Hellscream, Broxigar the Red, and Duratan have all been granted Loch Vanar. Thrall is the only one that has not been, because usually Loch Vanar are granted to those heroes that have died. And there is only one non-orc that has ever been granted a Loch Vanar, and that is Teretha Foxton.
Who's that?
The childhood friend of Thrall that was beheaded by Blackmore.
Am I the only one that can only say these names if I've watched a cinematic where somebody from World of Warcraft, a voice actor, has said the names, and I just don't really know? Certainly I'm not the only one that has this struggle. I am the only one.
That is great.
Okay.
You don't know how to pronounce apostrophes?
Yeah, but some of that stuff is seriously, I'm really white, in case you guys haven't noticed. When I say I'm white, I mean I am white trash, grew up in a trailer park white. Some of the stuff I can't pronounce. I'm lucky I can pronounce my last name, which is Chavez. I'm just saying, like, some stuff, if I haven't watched a cinematic that is spoken by a voice actor, I don't know what it is.
I like how this one here, it goes, all the orcs in existence could not stop the Legion past that portal in front of it. One orc, if he was the right orc, Broxigar was that orc. In the misty Netherwood beyond Azeroth, he banished an axe, he brandished, whatever that word is, the axe given him by Cenarius, is that correct?
Cenarius, yes.
So is that night elf guy, that one looks like a deer?
Night elf, and he's got antlers, yeah.
So he gave Broxigar a weapon to help defend.
No, Cenarius is the god of the night elves.
Yeah.
Cenarius is like the male nature god.
He's the father of.
He's the
father of the night elves and
Azeroth.
So how does he know Broxigar here? Was he there fighting, or?
Because the entire fate was a fate for Azeroth, so naturally, Cenarius would grant the defenders of Azeroth with whatever needed to defeat their enemies.
It says, and blocked the way forward. The demons came for him. The demons died. It says, denied their numbers. They could not pass the rolling edge of wood held in the hands of the orc. So Cenarius gives him a freaking wood weapon. Isn't that great?
Okay, yeah, I have it right here. It says, when Brock's axe was taken by the moon guards that captured him, the night elf Malfurion, under the forest demigods Cenarian's direction, created a mythical axe of wood that was the sharpness and density of a diamond. In Brock's hand, it was the death of literally thousands of demons and allowed him to achieve the unthinkable against their lord.
Wow. Amen to that. I would die for that guy, no problem. That is so cool. It has a picture here. If you guys want to look up Broxigar, there's a picture of him. And he just looks like something you don't want to mess with. I
can put the picture right here.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know which picture you're going to pick. There's one where he's gray and he's kind of screaming.
Just send me the link and I'll put it here for the viewers.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I just wanted to mention him because I like to see him mentioned in Warlords of Draenor, and I like to know why he never was. Because technically, Thrall to me is not what I expected. I was first disappointed in Thrall when the Druids of the Flame captured him. Do you remember that? I almost wanted to quit the game right there because that was embarrassing. You're sitting there with all of the leaders, and this random nobody comes down, the Druids of the Flame, whatever, and they capture him like nothing, and no one does anything. And I was like, these people are all useless, like seriously. And very disappointed at that point. But when I hear about people like Broxigar, I think that is someone like Grom House Scream, someone like, even Garrosh. I see those guys as true heroes. Someone.
I'm sorry, you see Garrosh as a hero?
Well,
what
you can't kill him, obviously.
Torturing everything in Miss Pandaria and being on some power kick and killing everything makes him a hero.
He's a hero villain. He's a great villain.
He's a hero.
It's because he's possessed, because he's got the Shaw touch.
Yeah,
But to me, Thrall was captured. You have to get all his body parts back together. It was a complete disaster. I say if you get captured like that, you're done.
I'm not Horde, and obviously I don't like anything Horde, but I do love the story of Grom, and I do love the story of
Thrall.
I'll call him a hero. I will call Grom a hero because this guy stood up and said, listen, pardon my language, but fuck you, I'm not going to be a slave. Instead am going to turn the tables on you because you tried to make me a slave, and instead I'm going to own you, is basically...
And he was already, in the original cinematic, Grom was already blood. It was already in his veins. Right. And did we post that video on our website? Did we post that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good video, and that was the only video I grew up on that. I was maybe... Man, I was like 10 years old when I saw that video. And I used to always show my friends when they go to my house, like, look at this video. I'd watch it all the time because it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I never thought that one day, in 2014, I'd be talking about that video, and they would come out with another one just like it, but in a different. Really cool how life can do that to you. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how they did all that. But yeah, even then he was still under control and still able to kill Manaroth. That's how freaking BA that guy was.
Yeah, I can't even lie, even from an Alliance perspective, like he's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's and it's. I hate to say it, and I know I've seen so many things in these groups of so many people talking so much shit about Draenor and what's happening, and we're ruining the game forever. We're making it too easy. We're making it too hard. Listen. Just because I have the insight, because I finally did get beta, I too was a little scared. But it's not going to be terrible. It's going to be okay. Everybody is afraid of what they don't know. This is a game that some of us have spent 10 years of our lives on. It's natural for you guys to freak out. Beta is okay. Stop freaking out. It's going to be fine. Where they take away one thing, they're going to offset it with another. The maps are gorgeous. They are beautiful. You want to bitch and complain because you think it sucks you have to be told that you have to do a garrison? Tell me what is wrong with using your garrison to get you extra loot that you wouldn't normally get, that makes you extra gold, helps you level your tunes, helps you do things to make you be more independent in-game so you don't have to rely on so many different people. Tell me how that sucks, because I'm missing the point. I don't understand.
Because I got to do it all by myself.
It's so easy. You click on
it. I play this game to hang out with you.
No, you don't. It's so easy. Tissaris is about to tell you the same thing I was about to tell you. You don't have to do it yourself.
I didn't see the Q&A, but I read it, and apparently you can actually have friends join you whenever you get an invasion on your garrison.
You can.
And it's actually they didn't say it's mandatory, but it's required to have them help you, because you also get bronze, silver, and gold qualifications, and you get rewards if you're gold, silver, or bronze. And the higher you are, the more your reward is going to be, the better it is.
So it's not going to have to be alone. No. And one thing that they were clear about is the reason for the garrisons is so many of us get bored after max level. What do? We run around and we go with our freaking bloody coins and try to get somebody to PvP us because we're freaking bored. The garrisons is going to be forever. Forever. Every day when you log in, you have a new set of missions. You can find new followers. They let you swap out followers. If you find another one, you can dismiss one follower for another that gives you a certain amount of something that you might need for a mission. I mean, it's forever.
Just said you're fired.
Exactly, but It's forever. It's so awesome. So let's calm it down. For those that don't have beta, I was the same way just a week ago, but when I actually got to experience it, I'm really proud of what Blizzard has done. Blizzard has took everybody's feedback, and they're trying to find a good balance, and the maps are freaking beautiful. Purple wolf is all I'm going to say. There's a purple wolf. How
just interrupt here.
Sorry, I'm done.
Just
I'm done.
interrupt her.
I'm done.
So I'm checking right now, and one of the things they're commenting is you can invite friends to your garrison to help with invasions. There are bronze, silver, gold level rewards depending on how well you repel your invasion. So having a friend help out might be useful. NPCs that invade your garrison can attack buildings or wall, kidnap your followers, or do other things using a new AI system. Every week or so, you will get a story quest at your garrison, someone like in patch 5.1 daily quests. I don't actually remember that one.
Did you
there are
say
60
they kidnap your followers? Wait. Did you say
what?
they kidnap your followers?
Yeah, they can kidnap your followers.
Hide your kids, hide your
Yeah,
wives. They kidnapping everybody. Sorry. Sorry, I can't help it that somebody's going to kidnap. You can have the one girl. She doesn't even do me any good. She's a night elf, and I hate her. She loses every single mission.
Oh, that's terrible.
Sorry, I had to interrupt you when you said that because
My first daughter, she's a little cross-eyed. You could have her.
So there's kidnapping happening. I didn't know that part.
Yep. There are 16 weeks worth of non-repeatable story quests right now, which take place in max-level areas in Draenor zones. The first few weeks, you build up your garrison, meet some characters. Then around 8 weeks the more exciting part starts. You should be able to do these quests with friends. So essentially, they're saying you don't need to do them alone.
You can have
Right.
And you can, it's so fast.
Guys, will you do my garrison for me? Because I ain't got time for that.
Who after the show wants to go see the Robin Williams NPC? I know we have mixed feelings about it, but I found it. I died several times trying to find it because it was on a level 97 map, which I cannot go to because I'm only 91. But I went, died, and I had Cody on screen share, and he was like, dude, what just happened? You rub the lamp, and he appears. And it's a random lamp in a random place that you would not think anything is there. You rub the lamp, and he appears.
And he has phenomenal cosmic powers?
Says, I forget what he says, and then he says, and then I go into my itty-bitty living space, and he turns miniature into his lamp. So it's awesome. I did record it. I do have it on video, and I will post it on the PWNcast page because that's not giving anything away. It's just the animation. But I literally died getting this information and getting this video for you guys. It's so awesome.
Now, I think I saw a picture of that. His genie is the same as the Wind Lords.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And they don't have the
So for all
NPCs
y'all-
ready for Mrs. Doubtfire or Robin the Entertainer yet. They've data mined it, but they haven't put them in beta yet.
Apparently, there's going to be also Mook, I think, or Mock or whatever. I can't. The character that basically made his career.
Mork and Mindy.
Mork from Orc.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, apparently, there's an egg that is broken in his spaceship. There's
That makes
no character
sense.
there.
It's over.
There's no character there.
Oh, it's there. I seen it and I didn't know what it was. Oh my god! I even told my husband, "What is this random egg that's broke with this weird device in it?"
Yeah, but the character itself is not there. It's just the spaceship. So he's gonna be there.
I did make the freaking connection. I should have known that.
When he spoke on the video, did he sound like Robin Williams?
No, they don't have the audio for that yet. They don't. It's only a bubble above his head. They don't have the. Well, at least when I went and did it last night, they didn't have the audio. Later,
they should have him. This is what I thought. Which I don't know if you could do this because he is. It's not like that funny because he's dead. But what would be kind of cool? Would be kind of cool to have him like when you enter a dungeon or a raid, he would be in the corner there making jokes about going into the dungeon, like, oh, you're back again, or something really stupid and annoying and ironic, or something really funny about the raid.
Awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
I forgot to mention
Pocket Williams.
Pocket Williams.
I forgot to mention the best part about dungeons. Are you ready?
What?
So when you die in a dungeon, you have to run back. And for some of us that are directionally challenged, such as the natural blonde here, sometimes I can't find my way back to the frickin' dungeon because I'm confused. Well, when you die and you click to release spirit, you're automatically popped into the entrance of the instance, not dead.
About time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm excited because sometimes it takes me 10 minutes and I'm so embarrassed that I can't find my way back that I just
Has LFR enabled you guys so badly?
I don't know if that works for raids. I don't know if that's raid specific, but I do know that when I died in the dungeon and I popped back in, I was like, wait, what just happened? And the cutscenes do not phase you out, meaning it doesn't go into a cutscene. It's like it's in the moment.
Oh, like they did in...
They just do it like around you. It's like it's in the moment. So your normal cutscenes where it phases you out into a separate video, the cutscenes are around you. Like whatever my tune was doing and my Voidwalker was moving around, you could physically see that live in the middle of the cutscene of one of the things I was doing.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, some stuff...
I think that was glitching out, but yeah.
No, yeah. I'm getting excited just talking about it. I really, really want to go play some beta.
And
it's like that.
Apparently, for those of us that are legendary, crazy about legendaries, the ring that has been announced. Apparently, you're going to be working with Archmage Kargath to build your legendary ring over the course of the expansion, starting at level 98. And there are no PvP elements or long grinds at this questline this time.
No farming.
Right.
No grind.
Nice.
No farming. Yep.
And
ring.
I don't know. I mean, to me, when I heard that it was a ring, I was like, okay, so we're making the Ring of Power.
I have a question that's off topic, and this might sound like a noob question, but because I know we're in the circle of trust and we're all friends here, I know that when I ask this, nobody's going to make fun of me. We all know I'm new to the legendary cape. I barely got mine. I was told earlier, the source is unknown, which is a lie. The source is my brother Dominic. He said that I can go on any other tune that's 90 to Ordos, even though I don't have the cape on that tune. Is that correct? Shut the front door! He was right. Sorry, that was unprofessional.
Wait, explain that again.
When you have the Cape of Vordos, when you get it on, your legendary cape, you're allowed to go confront Ordos in the Ordos Sanctuary. Now, what some people don't know is that you can actually do it on any of your characters, either Horde or Alliance, any servers.
Matsana.
As long as they are allowed to go there, and I mean, even if they're level 85, they can go there, face Ordos, get their gear, and...
But obviously you can't hop over unless you have your glider or you get a warlock to summon you. So this means, Ray, that you can do it. You can do Ordos with me every week on Masana.
I didn't know that.
Easy win. Warforged gear, easy. Well, it's not easy because Ordos is stingy and doesn't like to give you shit.
No, even if you don't have your legendary cloak on that specific character that you're trying to gear up, you still get the magical effect of floating over the bridge.
Wait, you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
I'm glad that I was not the only one that didn't know. Thank you both, Spam and Frysa, for me not being the only one that did not know this, because I felt...
You heard it first.
So Tiss, when you're talking about WoW, I really want you to be holding your cat, and like, this is what's happening in WoW right now.
Mr. Biggles.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah, he's...
Is your cat's name Mr. Bigglesworth?
No, he's actually called Tibbles.
So that means from now on, the writers, we have Draki and the writers, and we have Masana. Now we have a group of 5 for Ordos every week.
We do.
Sounds
okay.
Good.
Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah.
Let's clear something up real quick with me. So the farms we have now are done, correct?
The farms in the
Karasong Wilds, whatever. Not Karasong Wilds.
The tillers?
It's the Valley of Stir
Half-Hill.
Fry.
That's all done. We're not bringing that back to WoD, right?
Valley for Stir Fry.
Okay, so our garrisons, our NPCs are going to do all that for us.
Well, what do you mean?
It's going to be differently.
Yeah.
That particular.
Are we still going to grow stuff?
I don't know, but I know one of the buildings you can have is a barn.
So maybe something similar.
And you also have a lumber mill, which actually you have, from what I've gathered, you can actually have to if you choose your lumber mill, you actually can tag trees in Draenor to have your NPCs gather the wood for you.
You can.
That's what I'm wondering, and I like to.
far.
I like to know if they're going to bring that back
Listen,
to our
Everybody
thing. I
listen.
know.
They call you commander every time you enter your garrison. All your NPCs greet
Yes,
you, and they call you commander. And when you click on an NPC in your garrison, they say, "How can I serve you today, commander?" And I'm like, "That's right, you will serve me because I am the commander."
Oh my!
And
Power hungry.
every quest you do, they address you as commander. They don't address you as a hero.
So does that mean if I'm playing on the Horde side and I click on them, they'll say work, ready to work.
Zug zug.
Exactly.
Zug zug.
Zug, zug, zug.
All right.
That'll make my day.
Let's get this out of the way for our viewers. There's a big conspiracies theories out there about Outlands. Is that being changed, or is it the same?
Outland is going to stay the same.
I've been there. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah, Draenor is an entirely new map. Basically, the portal will be the same. The Dark Portal is going to be the same. From what I've gathered, the chances are is probably if you go into Stormwind, I'm referring to Belle, over where the Mage Tower is, in the back where the mountains are, you should find a sort of circle with that looks portal-ish. From what people are gathering, that will probably be the entrance to allow people to either go into Ashran or possibly Draenor.
It'll probably pop them right into Ashran. I haven't seen it, but I will go investigate and check it out.
Right now in the beta, there is no portal. You are just in.
No, from what I got was basically when I started my character this morning, because I have the beta, I have it. Had it for
He
several months
refuses
now.
to play with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm all alone in a guild of 625 people, 700 people, and I don't talk to anybody because he refuses to play with me. It's whatever.
That's messed up.
Last night, Belle saying did convince me to make a Horde character and try to at least try the beta on Horde side. I did this morning a Horde character, and when I logged in, it basically brought me to Frostfire Ridge, I believe.
Oh.
And I got to encounter Duratan.
That doesn't happen Alliance side. Alliance side, you're immediately in the battlefront, and you hear Gul'dan in the background talking shit to you like you're some scum, telling you he's going to kill you and all this other shit, and there's a prison, and it's like, remember when you went to Outlands for the first time and there's the battle of the Burning Legions coming at you? Reminiscent of that, but on a much grander scale, and it looks so badass. For Alliance, it's not Frostfire Ridge. It's directly in the Tanan jungle is where you start.
Let's also talk about this. So they're not changing Outlands. We are aware of that. Now, let's talk about how in the end of this expansion of MoP, the demons were getting closer to the gateway. You guys all saw this, right? You guys know? Okay. In Outlands, they start off at the bottom of the stairwell on the gate, and at the end of the expansion, it was all about you always hear the NPC saying they're breaking through, and you go back every month, and all of a sudden, you start noticing that the demons are actually at the gate, and those big old guys that were defending the stairway, they're dead, they're gone. While in the end of this expansion, the demons are actually walking through the gate, I believe, and then they disappear. I like to know why they did that and what happened with all that. They were supposed to enter Azeroth, and instead they went with the expansion that I thought was the Burning Legion going to enter to the Azeroth, and we were going to have to defend Azeroth from the Burning Legion. And instead, that never happened. So why did they even go down that path with allowing the Burning Legion to get close enough to the gate?
That's a good question. I don't even have an answer for that. I don't have an answer for that.
I think they did that in case it was to open up. Because as you know, me and Recklessness, we go all the time out to Outlands all the time. That's what we do. We live there. I had my Hearthstone there for years, to give you an idea. I love the Outlands. I go there all the time to Hellfire Peninsula, and every day we got there, me and Recklessness started realizing that the demons were getting closer to the gate, and eventually they were walking through the gate, and all of the NPCs were dead. Everyone was gone.
Huh. I never noticed that. I don't spend much time in Outlands.
And I like to know
Yeah, I don't notice it either. I mean,
we can go there now. We can go there now after the podcast, and we'll go check it out.
the thing that I'm pretty sure is going to happen is the Burning Legion will make an appearance. It's going to be one of the expansions. I'm not saying it's going to be after Worlds of Draenor or the one after that, but I know for certainty that the Burning Legion will make an appearance, and we will probably be facing off against Sacred Wrath.
Now, I have a question about that. Is there another one of him equal of power?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Because he's the all-powerful leader of the Burning Legion.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, I think we're getting we're a little bit past time, even though it's the fluffy, as Spam calls it. We want you to visit our website, PWNcast.net. The link will be somewhere around here. Visit our website. We have a great news section. Admin Lycan from the page, he's the one that does the news, and he does a phenomenal job. And we encourage you guys to check that out. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/PWNcast. Like us. We do giveaways once a week now. For some reason, we go crazy and we give away tons of stuff. Make sure that you go to this. Well, you don't have to go to it since you're already here watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us feedback. Comment on the videos. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you want to see. We make the show for you, so we can't change it and make it something different if we don't get any feedback. If you have questions for the show, pardon me, we do have a question that wanted to be discussed on the show. Let me pull that up real quick. I did have somebody that left us a message on the Facebook, and she's asking if we can do a section on the looking for group tool. People wait anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour, maybe over that, and you finally get in and the tank decides to run it like he's a level 90 and immune to death. The healer dies, another group member dies, you ask the tank to hold up and wait, the tank doesn't wait, the group dies, and
sounds like a typical LFR.
Then you're short DPS, then you have no healer, then the tank blames the DPS and the healer, or whomever speaks up about waiting on that person. They get removed. So their question is, what happened to making sure the entire group sticks together, and since when did the level 60 become the new 90, and all of a sudden they can solo everything without heals and extra DPS? Please shed some light on this. Well, we already know that impartial to that is because of the BOAs. If you got a tank that's got BOAs, he's bulletproof and 10 foot tall, and he's going to run through that dungeon like it's his backyard. But shed some light for this. For this, her name is April. Shed some light for April because she did want to know.
Yeah, it's that, and sorry, Spam, but it's also because that's when the DKs come in and they think they're all invincible.
Well, it's true. We are invincible. I mean, go ahead. Continue.
And I mean, it started the moment they introduced LFRs and LFG. Before that, way back in the good old days when it was just you ask in trade chat and you say, I want to do this. I need people.
I didn't have friends then. There was no dungeons for Belle at level 50 because nobody liked me then. I didn't. No.
And you fly to the dungeon. 2 people get there. You use the summoning stone or walk as well.
This question is part of the reason they're changing the way that people tank, and I think that this goes back to our tank squish conversation. If the tanks can no longer run through a dungeon like they stole their mother's car and they're running from the police, this means there is no more doing this, right? Or from a tank's perspective, Spam, what do you think?
I don't think the issue that needs to be addressed is changing how tanks tank in the game. I think that the issue is exactly that. Once finding a group became automated, people didn't have to speak to each other and use words like hello and goodbye and thank you and please, and all of a sudden it became this streamlined automated functionality of get in, get out, know what you're supposed to do. And I was, like you mentioned, my wife and I have been a WoW team for years, and she and I were talking about it just this morning at breakfast about how how it used to be a process of, come on guys, let's work on this together and accomplish something that we can't do on our own.
Right.
And now it's a matter of, if you're not doing your role the way they would do it, they kick you out of the group.
Agreed.
And
Exactly.
they might not even know a better way to do it that you're trying to show them. You know?
So we need to bring back the love. The love, when you go into an instance, you say, hello, everybody. How are you today? Let's rock this fucking boat and let's do what we need to do. Like, let's communicate. If the healer's doing a shitty job, say, hey, healer, what's your story? And I say, hey, I'm new. Maybe you could give me a pointer, or maybe you could help me. If you know I'm new, slow down. Stop going from room to room and pulling everything under the frickin' sun.
DKs don't do that. We're talking about.
Like, I agree. Let's become one again. Let's be about the players. I know that the group we have, which is Spam, and there's times when I've played with Tissaris, not so much recently because we're both really busy, but in Frysa and my husband, like, we help each other. We run Spam through BGs to get his Grievous gear so that we can take him to arenas. We do things for each other because that's what the game is about.
Right.
Nobody wants to be alone in the game. You don't want to be the person that has no friends until she's level 85, because I've been that person and it sucks. You know.
Go ahead.
I want to make a shout out to one of my best friend is actually a clearest example of why LFGs are horrible is that I brought him to this game, and he made a hunter. He leveled his ass off to try and get max level, and when he did, unfortunately, my time went out, and I decided to take a break. So he was left alone to try and gear up. And unfortunately, he one particular scenario is that he joined the group, and he was trying to get a bow, a weapon, and
I see where this is
they
going.
basically said, you don't have a good bow, and they kicked him.
Aww.
And that pissed him off so bad, he stopped playing for so long until finally he came back, and I mean, it's just, that pissed me off so much.
Sometimes I wish I was on a PvP realm for sure, because if I was on a PvP realm, I tell you what, there would be some issues when I hit 90. There's going to be some payback. I've been kicked from a dungeon for not dismissing my blueberry when I didn't know I was supposed to. I didn't know that it had its own taunt. I thought if I put the pet on passive and we were good. This was many moons ago.
And that's why with my warlock I go with the imp. He sucks, but I still go with him.
If you're new and you don't know what to do, if you are in an instance with somebody, if the hunter has its growl on, don't say growl off. Say, hey, if you don't know how to turn your growl off, tell me so that I can tell you how to turn it off. When you shout, my sister is a prime example. My sister is a hunter, and she called me one day and said, why did I get kicked out of this dungeon? Everybody's pissed off about my growl. What did I do? My pets are on passive. And I said, sister, as a hunter, you have to turn it off physically, the growl off. And she's like, oh, why didn't they just tell me that? Yes, you should know your tune. Yes, you should know that you have to turn your growl off. Yes, I should know that my Voidwalker has its own taunt that cannot be turned off. But sometimes people don't know. Instead of raging and acting like a pro-elitist asshole, as I keep calling them, say, hey. Not you.
No. Here's what's great, and Spamberger will remember this. Back when the Honey Badgers were hardcore, when Spamberger first got on his tank, and he just made a tank, and he switched to Horde, it was we begged him to switch to Horde. He became our tank.
Well,
he
by myself.
He had no armor whatsoever. Well, we wanted to go to raids. So we were like, we can't take you to raids. We can't do this. You're gonna get kicked out. So there was like 7 or 8 honey badgers in one raid, and they would want to kick him out as tank, and they were like, if you kick him out, we all leave. And so they would never kick him out because of that. And they kicked him out a few times, once in a blue moon. But
kick me now.
But yeah, look at him now. Now he's like the tank lord.
We're gonna end the show, and I want you to sing your tank song. And we're going to end the show with...
I got a different tank song.
Okay, we're going to end the show with him singing the song. So I want to thank Tissaris for being on the show. I know you went through great lengths to make sure that you could make it tonight in the form of not working so that you could be on the show. And I thank you for that. And I thank all the viewers for continuously giving us support. We're over 200 subscriptions now on YouTube, and let's keep the love rolling, and make sure you go to our page and like us. But I want to end this show with Spam singing his...
I would take a wild raid for you. Reforge the stats on my blade for you. I jump in front of Moraine for you. You know what? They're all dying, right?
Keep going. There's more. I know there's more.
You know, I wrote the whole thing. I want you to help me make a machinima.
I can help you. I have the instrumental for that I'm actually going to pop into that. That's my best. That's the best ever.
It's be nice to your tanks. I mean, it's there are a lot of perks to being a tank. You get that like 1 second queue for dungeons, like but yeah, I mean you get kicked. I got kicked out of a raid group because I didn't have a level 600 cloak. They were just like, you suck, get out. I was like, excuse me, you know. I got it now, but I was inspired by douchery, you know.
Be nice to your tank and be nice to your healer.
Right, I agree. Be nice to your healers.
Unless your healer is DPSing, we kick him out of the
if your tank and your healer is just legitimately really dumb, then okay, I can understand it. But be nice. There's a learning curve, and everybody has to learn it. You weren't the greatest when you first started playing, and I'm saying this in a general situation. Everybody was a noob at one time, and everybody didn't know all of the things. And I always hear people say, well, the tank should know the fight. If it's the first fight, doesn't matter how much you read, doesn't matter how many videos you watch, doesn't matter what people tell you. The only way that a tank and a healer learns what they're supposed to do role-wise in a raid in a dungeon is by doing it, period.
No, I disagree.
You really?
When I tank, the first time I go into a dungeon, I go in as a DPS and I find out how to tank it.
Me too.
Okay, or there's that.
I was a tank for 7 years, and I've always been as DPS.
If you want to tank, you got to learn how to follow orders before you can learn how to give orders. So if you're gonna tank, you should learn your role first.
Here's something for Spamberger, and he'll know about this. If you're not necessarily give yourself to the game, learn the game, or actually want to win, don't be a tank. Don't be a tank. Because
if you want to enjoy playing World of Warcraft, I agree.
If you're going to play one day a month and you're a tank,
why bother?
You're always going to suck. Mm-hmm. Always. You're never going to learn anything. You're always going to get kicked out of stuff. And you're really not going to get to enjoy the idea of a tank. And you get these people in here, and they don't learn any of the bosses. They don't pay attention to any of the spells. They have the Shift J, click on the boss, read all about him. It's not that accurate.
Nobody does it, though.
But no one does it. But if you want to be a good tank and 10-man normals or heroic, you have to do your homework, I think. But if you're not willing to do that, which is totally okay, be a DPS. Be a healer. You don't have to be a tank. If you don't want to give yourself, don't be a tank.
Be a healer? Yeah, no. There's a situation where even being a healer, you gotta do your own work.
Healer's a lot of hard work, and I gotta tell you that I'm very, very good with shaman heals. For some reason, me and shamans, we were in sync with the heals. I didn't do very well with the druid heals. That might have been just me not paying attention on my part. But healing is scary, and I'm stressed out every time I have to go into a dungeon as a healer at level 47 or 49 because somebody's going to die. Luckily, I have not. Nobody has died in any dungeon that I have tanked. So, that I have healed. So, that's good for me.
Challenge accepted.
So that's all for the show. Because we're seriously over time, and the husband is giving me the evil aggro eye, as if to say, "Okay, it's my turn." So. Thank you all for being here. We have a blast. As always, thank you for watching the show. That's it. That's all. Bye.
Bye.
Slow motion. Bye. I'm just kidding. Spam's face is hilarious.